Which is more valuable? A. $1 million. B. 86,400 seconds a day given to you. Most people choose the first option. But the interesting thing is, if you lose $1 million, you can win it back. What about those 86,400 seconds you wasted today? Can you get them back? No. And what's even more interesting is that early humans were just as wealthy as we are, because they also had exactly 86,400 seconds each day. The only difference was that they measured time by survival, not by clocks. Early humans had no agenda. Today our phones are constantly reminding us. Meeting, email, birthday, shopping. The calendar of early humans was much simpler. The sun has risen, get up. If you're hungry, hunt. If you're thirsty, find water. If it's dark, return to shelter. Actually, early humans didn't control time. Nature controlled them. They didn't have clocks, but they were punctual. We apologize for being 5 minutes late to the meeting today. 30,000 years ago, if you were an hour late, the prey had already escaped. Perhaps the first lesson in time management in history was nature itself. Our brains still function like cavemen's. Have you ever accessed your phone just to check the time? Then Instagram, WhatsApp, YouTube, and before I knew it, 25 minutes had passed. You're not alone, because our brains perceive new and interesting things as rewards. For early humans, this feature was a lifesaver. A new fruit, a new water source, new prey. Today we're even going so far as to watch a video of a cat playing the piano. So the problem isn't the lack of willpower. Our brains are still operating at the Stone Age level. Is multitasking a myth? Today, many people are simultaneously replying to emails, talking on the phone, writing messages, and attending meetings. But scientists say this: the brain doesn't actually do two complex tasks at the same time. It just switches between them very quickly, and it loses energy with each switch. Early humans couldn't have done that. If they had tried to draw cave paintings while simultaneously hunting mammoths, we probably wouldn't be here today. Procrastination is nothing new. I'll start tomorrow. We've all said that. Psychologists say procrastination is more about emotion management than laziness. Sometimes we postpone not the job itself, but the stress that the job creates. The greatest time thief? The phone? No. Meetings? Maybe. Actually, the biggest time thief is indecision, because every minute you don't make a decision, time is silently stolen from you. Early humans wouldn't have considered, should we hunt this mammoth, for long, because the mammoth would have been gone by then. Parkinson's law. Parkinson's law states, a task grows as large as the time you dedicate to it. If they give you a week for a report, you'll finish it in a week. If they give you an hour, surprisingly, you'll finish it most of the time. So sometimes the problem isn't the size of the task, but the amount of time we give it. Why are we always busy? In the past, people spent most of the day finding food. Today, technology has saved us time. Washing machines, dishwashers, robot vacuum cleaners, online shopping. But the interesting thing is this: we feel the time we gained by adding new tasks. So we've had more free time. Our leisure time hasn't increased much. If at the end of the day you say, I worked all day but didn't get anything done, the problem might not be your time, but your priorities. That's where the Eisenhower matrix comes in. This method divides tasks into 4 boxes based on 2 criteria: urgent and important, to be done immediately, to be planned, to be delegated, and to be eliminated entirely. The most interesting part is that most of the things that truly change your life aren't urgent, but important. The difference with successful people is that instead of constantly putting out fires, they build their future by planning these important tasks in advance. Sometimes all you need for less stress, higher productivity, and a more conscious life is the right prioritization. 9. 2-minute rule. There's a simple method suggested by renowned productivity expert David Allen. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately, because procrastination often wastes more energy than actually doing it. Early humans also planned their daily routines according to their priorities. What if I told you that 80% of your success comes from only 20% of the work you do? That's exactly what Pareto's law explains. According to this principle, a large portion of the results stem from a small portion of the causes. So instead of treating every task as equally important, you need to find that critical 20% that has the greatest impact. Focusing on a few tasks that truly make a difference instead of the dozens of tasks you do throughout the day saves you time and increases your productivity. Remember, working hard doesn't always mean working right. The real question is, which of the tasks you do today will yield the greatest results? Do you find yourself constantly distracted while studying or or working. Perhaps you need to focus at the right intervals rather than working for hours on end. That's exactly why the Pomodoro technique was developed. The method is very simple. Focus on only one task for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. After completing this cycle 4 times, take a longer break. Short but intense periods of focus both reduce mental fatigue and help you break the habit of procrastination. Remember, the important thing is not spending hours at your desk, but using that time productively. If you're trying to keep track of your to-do list in your head, you're actually unnecessarily straining your brain. The Kanban method allows you to manage your workload by visualizing all your tasks. All you need to do is create 3 columns: to do, in progress, and completed. Write each task on a card and move the cards from one column to another as you progress. This simple system prevents you from multitasking, increases your focus, and allows you to see your progress concretely, because productivity isn't about starting more tasks. It's about completing the tasks you've started. Starting your day with your hardest task might sound like a bad idea, but it can actually change your day. The Eat the Frog method suggests completing the most important and difficult task of the day first, because that single task you postpone will occupy your mind throughout the day, increase your stress, and make it difficult to focus on other tasks. However, by finishing it first thing in the morning, you'll not only get rid of a huge burden, but also spend the rest of the day more motivated and productive. Remember, if you eat the biggest frog in the morning, the rest of the day will be much easier. There are many effective methods for time management and productivity. The 2-minute rule. Do anything that takes less than 2 minutes immediately. It reduces mental strain by not letting small tasks pile up. Time blocking. A method of dividing the day into hourly blocks and assigning a single task to each time slot. Deep work. A technique for eliminating distractions and focusing without interruption. MIT. Most important tasks. A method of starting the day by identifying only the 3 most important tasks. Time boxing. A technique where the goal is not to finish a task completely, but to complete it within a specific time frame. The habit chain. Don't break the chain, focusing on not breaking the chain by maintaining the same habit every day. Ivy Lee method, a technique for writing down the 6 most important tasks for the next day, the night before, in order of importance. HIO rule, only handle it once. The principle of completing a document, email, or task the first time you receive it if possible. Biological golden hours, the approach of doing the most difficult tasks during the hours when you are most productive. Batching, reducing the cost of contextual changes by performing similar tasks all at once. Getting things done, GTD, a method for clearing your mind and making systematic progress by deconstructing all the tasks in your head. SMART goals, setting measurable and realistic goals instead of vague ones. The 1-3-5 rule, creating a daily plan consisting of 1 large, 3 medium, and 5 small tasks. What would early humans do if they heard about all these methods? Perhaps time management isn't about squeezing in minutes, but about making room for what matters. Early humans use time to survive. We, on the other hand, sometimes consume it on screens without realizing it. And perhaps the most important question we should ask ourselves today is, do I really have no time? Or are my habits stealing my time? Because we are all given the same gift every morning. 86,400 seconds. No one gets a second more, nor a second less. What truly makes the difference is how we use those seconds.